Hey everybody out there, this is Seto, and today for you guys we're on part 4 of my collection video. 4. And like I've always said at the beginning of these videos, if you guys are enjoying this content of me going through my collection, remember to leave a like down below so I know you guys are enjoying it. Leave a comment, and in addition to that, guys, just tell me your thoughts on what I'm showing in some of these stories. Like I always say at the beginning of these videos, grab some popcorn, grab your ramen. If you're doing some deck building, this is great stuff to have in the background. And let's get back into this, talking about some stories about all these cool cards that I have. So, Matat. I like this card's artwork. I actually, when we get to the matte collection eventually, have it's pretty rare, but it's a matte that I won back in the day of Matat. I think this card is just gorgeous as a secret rare, even though the card is not so good. But I do have a matte of this card. I really like it. My Swords of Revealing Light that I used to run in every single deck. Yamada Dragon, I just think it looks cool as a super rare, which is really cool. This card was based off a prize card, so I picked it up because it pretty much the flavor text states with this card, which is really cool. It says, an unstoppable savage that carries the Millennium items. So apparently he's searching for Millennium items. We have not Unizombie, but the three-legged zombie. Ha! Not as good as Unizombie, but if you guys have ever wondered what Unizombie is based off of, it's based off the three-legged zombie. And his flavor text states, a pair of friendly skeletons, lean and fat, that travel with extreme difficulty. I think the card is awesome. It came out as a Legendary Collection Yugi's World back in the day, and I just picked it up because it looked cool. Now, this card right here has got a cool story to it. This is, I actually play this sometimes, but this is my brother of the Fire Fist Tiger King. So this is an Ultimate Rare First Ed I picked up years ago, and I actually played in a tournament. So what happened was, if you guys know, I have my water deck profile, my water deck, and me and a buddy of mine were heading down to North Carolina for pretty much spring break, and there was a regionals going on at that time, so we decided to stop in and go to that regionals before we went off for spring break. And I got a little sick. I wasn't feeling good. I was under the weather, and I got better eventually so I could play in the tournament, but my buddy was sick and he couldn't play. So I was going to be playing my water deck. This was back doing the water fire format we used to have back in the day. And so he lent me his brother, because I actually always wanted to play with it. He lent me his Fire Fist deck. Excuse me, I forgot the name of the deck for a second. His Fire Fist deck. And I actually played with it, and I topped with it back in the day. This was years ago. Probably almost 10 years ago, actually, now. And I played with it, topped with it, and when he sold the deck off, I didn't want the Fire Fist deck because I already have my water deck, which I had already topped myself. I got an invite ages ago. So I was like, I'm good. I got my deck. But I wanted at least one card from that deck that I topped with. I have the playmat still, but he sold me this. And that's how I said I got it and I brought it. So I've had it and I keep it in this binder because it means a lot to me because it was my buddy's deck that I topped with back then. So really cool story there. That was years ago, by the way. We have Dark Sanctity, Dark Spear of the Science. This apparently is a misprint because it has rare. Like it's got random text on it, I think. But I just keep them here. Hungry Burger and Performer Dancer. I want to build decks out of these bad boys, but they suck and they're really hard to do. Hungry Hamburger I made build a deck out of one day for fun. I actually have the deck sleeved up. I just haven't done the deck profile of it because I'm like, I don't know how this would even properly function. Maybe I run Dryatron Hungry Burger deck because Dryatron with every ritual deck works well, right? Tell me down below if that's a good idea. Battle Mania, I love this card. This card looks like so much like an anime. And I used to play this with Bell back in the day as well. Morphine Jar number 2 for the deck out decks back in the day. Shield Crush. Never got to play this card, but I got to play with it a lot on the Game Boy games. Rose Archer, I love that card. True Draco, boys, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I actually love True Draco, by the way. I'm waiting for him to come off the list. As you can see, guys, I got 3 of them things. And I'm just waiting for him to come off the list. I am waiting. I love True Draco. I like the playing style of the deck. I played it competitively. It was my second to last deck that I built competitively. The last competitive deck I ever built was Sky Striker competitively, really. That I took to a lot of tournaments. But I love True Draco as well. So that's why you see all this True Draco stuff, because I love the deck. Iris Mother, I love this card. Nice little ultimate rare. I picked up years ago. Looks cool. Oh gosh, my DD Warrior girls. So I have a lot of DD Warrior Lady super rares. The reason for that is because I was filling out a page full of them back in the day. I sold some of them off, but I still have some in decks here and there. But I really like this card. I used to play it in my DD deck. I actually have a DD deck. Not a DDD deck, a DD deck. That tells you how old school I am. But we always used to make jokes about her having double Ds and all that lovely jazz back in the day. But this card was so good in so many different strategies. And even the artwork is just so badass if you look at the background. But DD Warrior Lady probably is in my top 5 favorite old school Yu-Gi-Oh cards because it was so good. It could just be, you could attack into something, get removal. If you've played GOAT format, you know how good she is. Like, you just crash it, they attack in with a BLS. Banish! Cool. So, really versatile card back in the day. And it was also a light attribute, too. Next, we have Ultimate Rare Chaos Emperor Dragon. I pulled this a couple years ago. And I'm so happy I did. Because it's gone up in price ever since. But Ultimate Rare Chaos Emperor Dragon. I wanted this as an Ultimate Rare because it was a Kaiba card. And because of all the nostalgia with this card. So, Ultimate Rare Chaos Emperor Dragon. I finally picked it up. I got it like on a Black Friday sale a couple years ago. From a buddy of mine. He was doing some discount stuff. He was a vendor. He's like, I know you've been eyeing this thing for like 5 years. Well, not 5 years. It was like 2-3 years, whatever. And I was like, yeah. He's like, I'll give you a discount. I was like, how much? And he gave me an offer I couldn't refuse. And I was so happy he did. Because it's gone up twice since then. So, thank you, buddy. Hamaten the Necroface. I love this card because it was in the anime intro. Mech Knight Super Rare. Check this out. The Wicked Dreadroot. I have a whole bunch of these, by the way. Garden of the Rose, because people kept giving them to me because they knew I love Akiza. These bad boys right here are really cool. So these right here are my dual terminal Gravekeeper Spies. Back when I played with Gravekeepers competitively, these were the Gravekeeper Spies I played with. These were the dual terminal ones, as you can see. And I played with these a lot. These are the ones that I topped with when I topped with Gravekeepers back in the day. I was playing with the dual terminal variations. So, like I said, Gravekeepers are my favorite deck, and these were the spies that I used to play with. I run the secrets because I like them more now, but I still keep these in my decks. And I've had people want them for different decks, and eventually I may play them like in a Monarch strategy, like an OG deck build of Monarchs. Because I used to play Gravekeeper Spy in a lot of decks back in the day. And Monarchs, Gravekeepers, and a lot of other cool strategies. Even rank 4 dot decks back when rank 4s were just Utopia and a few other cards like Wind Up Zenmayo. Remember when this card was good? Like, remember when this card was actually meta? Like, it was a good card. It was called the Book of Moon on Wheels. Used to play this in my Gravekeeper deck back in the day. We have Rishef, the Dark Beginning. Love the card artwork of this card. Don't have enough of them to build a deck, but I love the card. We got Infernal Fire Blast, Red Eyes card. I have all the attacks for all the different monsters because I like them. We also have down here, guys, because I love ancient Egyptian stuff. Curse of the Anubis. Oh gosh, here we go, guys. Here's some cool stuff here. Yeah, you're probably like, wow, he has so much. Yeah, I do. This is Chaos Emperor Dragon. These are the reprinted ones, but I like the Ultimate Rare more. I just have a couple of these. Spear Dragon. I used to play this in some cool decks. I just like them too. So you can see here I have Fairy Tail Sleeper, Fairy Tail Ray, Dark Paladin. I have so many freaking Dark Paladins. But this is an artwork I have. This one is from DR1. That may mean it's worth something. I don't know. But this is a DR1 Dark Paladin. I just like picking up all the different artworks over the years. Exodia Necros. This one is not the reprinted one. So, yeah, these are DCRs. So these are the originals. I have enough Exodia Necroses to build a deck out of him. Because I used to play it back when Painful Choice was at 3 of. However, there's no point. Because it's Exodia Necros. Cool artwork. Cool. Super cool. Not playable. Magic Cylinder Secret Rare. This is the Magic Cylinder I won many a game with from Legend of Darkness. Yeah, this is a Secret Rare one. Many a game was won off this card. I used to run this in decks just because. And many game was won in time with this card, just saying. Orca, the whale, because I just like it. What else we got here? We got some hero stuff here. Dark Master Knight, Secret Rare. I don't know if you can see that there. I have a whole bunch of these. But this is a Secret Rare version. Cool. Elemental Hero, Flame Man. Got that card. Metal Bee Dragon. Oh, this is cool here. This is cool. So this is the twin box card. That's a Dark Magician card, but it's actually in Japanese, which is cool. Yes, I love some Digimon, so that's why you see Ty and Matt. I picked this card up from a guy randomly. Apparently it's from the Digimon trading card game recently that came out, so I picked it up from a guy. He just gave it to me because I like him. Just some more hero stuff, just some heroes that I like. Oh, this is cool. So this is a Cyber Dragon. So this is like a common Cyber Dragon, but my buddy, he took the effect of the Cyber Burst card and he put it on here to actually have the artwork. So it's Cyber Dragon effect, but it has the Cyber Burst artwork, Secret Rare. So it looks like just an alternate artwork of Cyber Dragon, which looks really cool. I picked it up from him. I was like, dude, that's so cool. He's like, you can have it. I was like, awesome. Cyber Dragon, Secret Rare, alternate artwork. Just like this card a lot. The Gravity Kindling. I like this card because the artwork looks cool. Some of my Earthbound Immortal Ultimate Rares that I just keep in the binder because... Enemy Controller. I used to love this card a lot, so if I pulled this out, you'd see like my Ultimate Rare one that I used to run. I pulled this out of Ancient Sanctuary, by the way. So I'm very proud of that, but I used to run this in so many decks. And I used to go A, B, C, up, down, left, right, something, something. I forget how it goes. It's been years, but yes. Strike Ninja. This is one of the Strike Ninjas I used to run back in the day. I used to run Strike Ninja in a deck strategy. It was so cool. I really want to do it again. I just need 2 more Strike Ninjas because I sold them off over the years. My Super Kaiba Mans. So I have some Super Kaiba Mans, and then I got this over here. I actually need to put this in the binder. I have my Rare Kaiba Man as well. So these Kaiba Mans are the Kaiba Mans that I used to run back before we got the new Kaiba support. Before we got the new Blue Eyes support, actually. I still had to run Kaiba Man, because Kaiba Man was one of the best ways to get out of Blue Eyes White Dragon. Plus, it was a warrior, so it was searchable. So for years, these were the 3 Kaiba Mans that I ran in my deck. I found the rare one recently, and I was in one of my other binders. I was like, oh, let me put that all together with the other 2. Because I got these super rare ones, and then I used a rare one, too, because I liked it as a rare. So those are my Kaiba Mans. I like them. They're cool. Part of my DD Scout Plane combo that I used to run in my DD deck. My Dual Terminal Karibo that I got from a buddy of mine from years ago. Just gave it to me because he's like, here, I'm going to throw a Karibo at you. And I was like, cool, thanks, man. Evil Hero stuff. Shinato, which is cool. Here we go. This is cool. Because I love Injection Fairy Lily. I really like the card. But this is a Japanese Injection Fairy Lily common, which is kind of cool. And then I got my secret rare injection Fairy Lily. I have a couple secret rare injection Fairy Lilies because I used to have a page of injection Fairy Lilies, but this is one that I used to play with in my decks a lot. The reason I know that is because this is not the first Ed one. But this is from Legend of Darkness. I pulled it one day when I was at my locals, and I played it in my deck ever since. I used to play this for years in decks. There's actually an old school deck that I used to profile on this channel, and I used to run Injection Fairy Lily just because. I like the card, just being honest. Mind Over Matter, love the card, but card is broken. Backs to the front. This is a misprint. It's not really a misprint, but just like a mismade one. So pretty much what this card would happen was, I used to run this in my 6 Samurai deck actually, but it was crimped at the top. You probably can't tell in the video, but you can see this crimping up there up top. After the Genocide, that card got changed to After the Struggle, so I have that. Sword Slayer, just different cards here. Lucky 7, I got this card out of a pack, and I won a game. I won my locals with it, and I was like, oh cool, Lucky 7, so I keep it in here, but I keep it around with all my alternate artwork Exodia cards. It was a good friend of mine pulled this. What was it? How was that? How did it work out? He had the pack, he gave it to me, I pulled Lucky 7, I said, yo, I'm lucky, and that's the rest of it. And then you can see all my Exodia pieces. It was a weird story, I forget, it's been years. Cycloblade. Different Pokemon cards here, as you can see. Kingdra, because I love my dragons. Goodra, because I love my dragons. Surfing Pikachu, because I love Surfing Pikachu. Japanese Executor. Spirit Falls, because it looks like he's powering up. Soul Flare. Bro, like this card looks like a Dragon Ball Z card. And that is why, along with the Ryukishin Field. Is it Ryukishin? Ryukishin Field, which looks like a Dragon Ball Z character. That is why you see next to it some of my favorite DBZ characters. You see Vegeta, Gohan, Goku, Piccolo, my favorites. And then you see this. I got this when I went to a show, my first baseball game ever. I got these. More Pokemon that I like. Lugia, I love this one. Articuno. And then I just got some tokens on the back. Just cool tokens. So that is it for that binder, guys. We'll get started on this other binder I have right here. We won't get too far into it, but this binder is really cool, guys. This is an awesome binder here. So as you can see here, this is another Blue Eyes Shining that I got a couple years ago from a buddy of mine. Blue Eyes White Maiden. The Legend of... Yes, this card. So this. So it took me years to pull a Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon card. And a couple years ago, I got some old school packs. They were legitimately old school. They were blisters. This was back before the price spikes. And I actually pulled a Blue Eyes White Dragon. So I keep that in here. I also have another Kaiba collection. Starter deck Kaiba Blue Eyes White Dragon I keep right next to it. Okay. Low key, guys. I'm not a weeb at all. But I do like cute things. Just saying. So that's why you're going to see in this binder a lot of cute things. Just saying that. But we have Weevil the card as well. Alternate artwork. Fire Princess. Remember Fire Princess OTK? Or Fire Princess Burn? Elegant Egotist. Super Rare Scapegoats I used to use. Just random stuff in here. Infinite cards. This card was so broken in Zombies. Well, not Zombies, but Slifer in the anime. I'm thinking the Card of Sanctity for the other cards. But you can just see here, like I got random Kalutes I used to use back in the day. DDD stuff. Elemental hero stuff. More stuff. Just random stuff. Oh, my rare Pot of Greed. Bro. What does it do? But I can promise you, this is the Pot of Greed I used for years. This is a rare Pot of Greed. Very rare. But I pulled this out of some of the original packs I got back when I got started, and this was the Pot of Greed that I ran in every single deck that I played in. for a long time. I couldn't afford the super rare one back then, but I had that. My Cyber Jar that I used to run, my rare ones, because I used to run this in my deck. So a lot of I know these are my original ones because I keep them sleeved up instead of like in bulk. But that's my Cyber Jar. And then you're just going to see random stuff in here, guys. Like extra stuff I keep just for deck profiles as well, guys. You have to keep that in mind because I have so many decks. But just random stuff here that I've been trying to build for years. Like you're going to see here the Evil Eye stuff. I've been working on doing a deck profile of that. Just haven't got around to it. Same thing with Infinite Tracks. I've been wanting to do a deck profile of that. Haven't got around to it. So that's why you're seeing a lot of Infinite Track stuff. I picked up a whole bunch of super rare King of the Skull Servants because I thought they were cool. Royal Flush because I did play with Duel Links for a bit. So that's why you're just seeing a lot of random stuff right now. This is just random stuff I keep in here just for stock. Phantom Knight Beast Drago Sax because I was happy they printed it as a super rare so I could play with my old school decks here. But that's where we're going to end off for now, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying this. We'll get into some more cool stuff with this binder coming up actually in the next page or so. But till next time, guys, take care, have fun dueling, good luck dueling. If you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a thumbs up and comment down below. I'll see all of you guys next time. Good luck dueling to all of you.